All right, everybody. Just so you know, there's nothing wrong with your systems. There's nothing wrong with your phones or devices. The game has been on mute. I went live with the link so everyone could start sharing and tagging friends that want to watch the game live. We are muting now for the national anthem. Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the Brevard Sports Network and our continuing coverage of youth football here on a beautiful Saturday in Florida. Look, is it probably 84 right now? Yes, but you know what? There's a breeze coming through. This is a good Florida day where it's not overwhelmingly hot. It's still hot, it's still a hot 84, but it's a beautiful 84 if you live here all the time. As we get set, 11U action set to start here on the Brevard Sports Network. SUNTREE, VIERA, and West Volusia. West Volusia got their first win of the day in the 10U game, a 14-8 victory in which in the first half, two-thirds of the first half, West Volusia held the ball for two-thirds of the first half. They didn't score till about a minute 30 left to go in the first half, in which case the SUNTREE VIERA Hawks' next offensive play after that touchdown is a pick six thrown. So there's 14 unanswered right there. To end the first half, SUNTREE VIERA scores a touchdown with 18 seconds left, scores a touchdown. And from then on, the West Volusia defense said, we're going to do what our game we know how to do. Continue running the football at 5, 6, 7 yards a pop and play smash mouth defense where, you know what, between the 40s, heck, even between the 20s, we'll let you do whatever you want. But when it comes to getting in the red zone, they built a wall, and SUNTREE VIERA could not get through in the 10U game. So currently the program score is SUNTREE VIERA 2, West Volusia 1, and now the table's been set. 11U action, fresh 10 on the clock. I'd like to thank one of our sponsors, Best Private Investigations. Tell you more about them throughout the day and a wide variety of our other great sponsors. And ball's on the ground. Number 20 will jump on it. That's Jason Cotton. And thank you to the 11U team mom for getting me a roster. It's one of the ones the coaches have, and so one of the coaches, to whichever coach I have your necklace thing, thank you for allowing me to use it. And there's a little end around. There's number 94 on the tackle. That's Waylon Perkins. And it's going to bring up third and about 14 for the Wolves. That Wildcat, there's number 1 taking it around the edge. Great job keeping the edge there for the Hawks. Jimmy Chambers on the carry. Tyson Berry on the tackle. Fourth down for the Hawks. Or fourth down for the Wolves. I apologize. A little delayed blitz, and the Wolves trying to get around to the outside, trying to turn the corner. And it's going to be hard to run east and west on this Hawks defense here. Waylon Perkins again making the stop in the backfield. That'll be a turnover on downs. And we'll get a chance to take a look at this 11U offense led by Lincoln Keith, the running back, Liam Mick, Ryan Ramos, typically your quarterback, and Ramos is the quarterback today, at least for this drive, with Keith in the backfield with him. Ramos hands it off to Keith. Keith following his blockers, trying to turn the corner. He'll pick up a couple of yards on that carry. And it'll be about 4 or 5 yards on the carry. And now there's the other handoff. Trying to turn it upfield, and he does. Slipping and sliding through tackles. There's number 20. Cutting across the field. Outruns the defense into the end zone. Touchdown, SUNTREE VIERA. That is number Malachi Teeter with the touchdown run. On the kick is Ramos.
On the kick after attempt.
The snap is good. Hold is good. Kick is up. And kick is good. And so that's 7 on the board. 8-0 SUNTREE VIERA up with 6:59 left to go here in the first quarter. That touchdown brought to you by Best Private Investigations. Best Private Investigations. Well, listen, we would like to hope that everyone would live on the right side of the world and, you know, honesty and or dishonesty and all that weren't a thing. But unfortunately, that's not the world we live in. So if you need a private investigator, well, get the best. Get Best Private Investigations. Information is at the bottom of your screen.
First and 10 for West Volusia at 35-yard line.
And here we go. 8-0. Hawks on top. How does West Volusia respond? There's the handoff, and he'll get a couple of yards, being banged up there by number 24, Tyson Berry. And Cotton. Jaden Cotton on the carry. There's the handoff on the misdirection, and it goes nowhere. This defense was not having it. Number 94, Waylon Perkins, the first one to make contact. And
gets back to the line there. It's going to be 3rd down and 9.
checking into the game is number 1, Jimmy Chambers. .540 and counting left to go here in the first quarter. Quarterback in the gun, 2 backs in the backfield with him. Chambers fumbled the snap, and he will jump back on it, but that Hawks defense, it's going to be 4th and about 19 or 20 for West Volusia. And just hearing a bit of the West Volusia coach, he's trying to get his players to lock in. And Chambers trying to get around that outside, and he will lose a couple more yards on this SUNTREE VIERA Hawk defense. 1st and 10, turnover on downs, and the Hawks have short field inside the 20, inside near the 27, 26 yard line. And now we'll come out and see what this offense has in store. Ramos in the gun. Lincoln Keith, the back behind him. 2-by-2 set. Teeter switching positions. And total change in formation. Everyone's got to get set. And Ramos fakes the handoff. And there's a flag on the play. Illegal shift, too many men in motion. Penalty will be declined. 2nd down. So the when you have that many men, you can only have 1 man in motion before you snap the football. Everyone else has to be set and ready to go. That's all, and that's all that was. There was too many men in motion and not set. Ramos fires it out to Teeter. Teeter down the sideline and finally drug out of bounds around the 18 or 19 yard line. It's going to be close to a first down. 3rd and 2 for SUNTREE VIERA. Sends a man in motion. Everyone's up on the line. Teeter playing sniffer. Ramos is going to follow behind his lead blockers. Great penetration there by West Volusia. Ramos might have gotten to the line of scrimmage. And he just gets it back to the line of scrimmage. 4th and 2 now for SUNTREE VIERA. And Coach Mick getting his guys. Let's see what Coach Mick dials up here. That's the big back there. That's Carter Martinez in the backfield. Ramos under center. Hands off to Martinez. Martinez will fall forward, and that will be enough for a SUNTREE VIERA Hawk first down. Look, I say it all the time. You can know what someone's going to do all the time. However, do you have the ability to stop him? And Carter Martinez, that's a hard big man to bring down. 1st and 10 inside the 15-yard line. Ramos slings it out to Teeter. Teeter makes a man miss. Teeter down the sideline and dropped after a gain of about 5 or 6 yards on the play. That's Malachi Teeter.
He's going to get about 3 yards on the play. It's going to be 2nd and 7 for the Hawks.
So my depth perception playing with me was only a gain of 3 yards. 2nd and 7 here for the Hawks. Sends a man in motion. Ramos slings it out to Teeter. Or no, not Teeter. That's number 22 to Riley Ramsey. And Ramsey picks up another nice gain. It's going to bring up 3rd and short for SUNTREE VIERA. Empty set. Sends Keith in motion. Keith cuts right upfield. And he's going to get into the end zone. Touchdown, Lincoln Keith.
Number 2, Lincoln Key.
That was originally designed to go end around and on the jet sweep motion, but instead Keith saw the opening up the middle, cuts it up, 1 foot in the ground, get north. He only made one more side cut and into the end zone. And there is an injured Wolf on the play. And running backs, that's how you do it. You don't keep dancing east and west. As soon as you make that cut to go upfield, you get north. And while we have this timeout, I'd like to give another shout out to another one of our sponsors, Best Private Investigation and American Air and Plumbing, as well as Total Spine Ortho, Total Spine Orthopedics, board certified doctors, and minimally invasive procedures can get you back to living the life you want without the painful distractions. Let me get you their phone number here. To schedule your free MRI review, give them a call today at 321-499-4646 or find them online at www.totalspineortho.com. And now we're going to set up for the 2-point kick. So here we go. Ramos on the kick. Snap is good. Hold is good. Kick is up. And it will fall just short. So it will remain 14-0. SUNTREE VIERA Hawks 14. West Volusia 0 with 20 seconds left to go here in quarter number 1. Didn't mean to zoom in on the coach. That's where the camera was when I had my graphic up. Or 14-0 with 20 seconds left here in quarter number 1.
All right, folks, just a reminder that we can't have anybody staying on the fence. Can't be on the fence or on the sidewalk. You got to be on the grass. Unfortunately, that is one of the rules that we have here at VIERA Regional Park. You got to be off the fence and off the sidewalk. You got to be on the grass. Can't be on the sidewalk either.
And there's a high snap. And that'll be a big loss for West Volusia. And he'll be ruled down at the 25. That was 10 yards they just lost on a high snap. And that will be the final play of the first quarter with your score. SUNTREE VIERA 14, West Volusia 0. We'll be right back with second quarter action right here on the Brevard Sports Network. Again, we like to thank Best Private Investigations for their sponsor, for their partnership. But we'd also like to give a shout out to another great sponsor. There we go, right there. Total Spine and Orthopedics. Total Spine and Orthopedics. You don't have to live with pain. If you suffer from neck, back, knee, joint pain, schedule your free MRI review with Total Spine and Orthopedics. Give them a call at 321-499-4646 or find them online at www.totalspineortho.com. And look at, that's what I call a dance team right there. Look at, that's the dance and cheerleading squad from West Volusia. Get it. All right, back to the action here. Trust me, I could keep the camera on those cheerleaders all day long.
Number 11. Brian Venable on the carry for the Wolves. He's going to get maybe a yard on the play. Brings up third down for the Wolves.
Third down here for the Wolves, third and long. Again, so far the big detriment here is that snap that high snap, they lost 10 yards on the high snap. Quarterback under center. Turns, and that's going to be Chambers. Jaden Chambers trying to get to the outside and will not be successful. Liam Mick comes in and makes the.
It's going to bring up fourth down. And long for the Wolves.
The cheerleaders waved at the camera. So look, when cheerleaders actually acknowledge the camera, you can't not at least put them on camera. Make sure all their folks at home get a chance to see them. And timeout called. I didn't happen to see which team called the timeout, but timeout called. And while we have this timeout call, we'd like to thank some of our other great sponsors: Solutions Property Management, Global Polygraph Analysis, BlackRock Engineering and Technology, Natwick Insurance, American Air and Plumbing. Just some of the great sponsors that help Brevard Sports Network do what it is we love to do. And look, is it a long weekend when you have Friday night football, post-game? We didn't have a big post-game show, but on the typical Friday night, we have a post-game show, and then I come up and I'm here for 6U action at, 8 o'clock in the morning. Yes, but you know what? I will take it all day, every day to see the smiles on these kids' faces, and when they see themselves, the comment section below of the different families and where you're watching from. That brings great joy. West Volusia Wolves. There's a handoff by Chambers, and that's number 20, making some people miss. And he's going to be stopped just short. What an effort there by number 20. That's Jason Cotton. But there is a flag on the play. And I think it's going to be, it's going to come back. It's not going to come back because SUNTREE VIERA is going to decline the penalty because that was fourth down.
Helmet-to-helmet contact against the offense. It's going to be a decline the penalty, and it'll be a 1st and 10 SUNTREE VIERA Hawks.
And SUNTREE VIERA will take over 1st and 10 again with a short field. This ball will be spotted. See where they spot this ball. Will be spotted right there on the Wolf 42-yard line. .8:20 left to go here in the second quarter. And here come the Hawks lining up and the defense running right on out there. Ramos in the gun. Keith in the backfield with him. Ramos fires out to Teeter. Teeter's going to slide his way through for a gain of about 6 or 7 yards on the play. I didn't hear a whistle blow. So the whistle never blew. Teeter tried to go backwards to get around, and what he had was a 6 or 7 yard gain. Then he loses 4 or 5 of it trying to run backwards. Ramos on the jet sweep. It's an end around handoff. And great job staying home. The reverse. Malachi Teeter was on the reverse. Number 11, Brian Venable with the tackle. And so this is going to bring up 3rd down. 3rd and about 4. Ramos doesn't have time. Ramos has got to take off with it, and he's going. The indecision by Ramos will cause a sack to happen, and it will bring up 4th and 5. Ramos, 2 wingbacks in the backfield with him. And a timeout called by SUNTREE VIERA. And that's going to be a water break. I mean, it's a timeout, and they're calling for water. Apparently, I said something to the kids back here didn't like and tried to hit me. I don't know how they missed me, but it's always a great day out here at VIERA Regional Park. It's a beautiful Florida day. Again, I say for those of us who live here full time, this is a day we pray for. Look, it's 84 degrees, but there's a nice breeze coming in off the ocean, and it feels amazing right now. I will take this. So this is going to be 4th down and 5 for the Hawks. And they're going to send the punting unit out. There's the snap. Ramos fires on the fake and overthrows his receiver. Turnover on downs, and it's 1st and 10 for West Volusia here with 5:51 left to go here in the first half. So here we go now. 1st and 10. Hawks had great field position, couldn't do anything with it. And I hear whistles. And it's water break. 5:51 left to go here in the second quarter as we take our second quarter water break. As the water song plays in the background, letting everyone know to drink and get some water. Again, 5:51. It'll be interesting to see what West Volusia, if they've made any sort of adjustment here. Running a lot of misdirections and a lot of wildcat type offense. And here we go. 1st and 10 from the 37-yard line. And it's going to be Chambers trying to get to the outside. And again, it's hard to run east and west on this SUNTREE VIERA Hawk defense. Number 24, Tyson Berry. That was Jamie Chambers on the carry. Picks up a gain of about 2. And Chambers fires over the middle. He's got a man. It's complete. Number 9 down the sideline. Slips a tackle. He is gone. Touchdown, West Volusia. Clayton Aguano with the touchdown. And what a play. Well, I was talking about those misdirections and look, it's set. That's what set it up. Everyone came up. They thought Chambers was going to take it try to take it right around the outside. Safeties came up, and Aguano was sitting right behind the safeties, caught it, and then just took off running. What a play. Doesn't look like they have a kicker. So they'll hand it off there to number 20. It's Jason Cotton. And it's 14-7. West Volusia.
Another point on the board. The score with 5:13 left. In the second, it's going to be the visiting West Volusia Wolves 7. Your SUNTREE VIERA Hawks 14.
14-7 here in the second quarter. 5:13 left to go here in the half. So how does SUNTREE VIERA respond? And look, I think that came as a big spark to the defense getting a stop when SUNTREE VIERA had short field. Defense made a play. Offense found their spark. And it was beautiful, complimentary football. Running. You set that pass up, and now Keith will take it right up the middle. Lincoln Keith will pick up a nice gain and have himself a SUNTREE VIERA Hawk first down.
Inside, close to the 50-yard line. It's going to be good enough for a SUNTREE VIERA Hawks first down.
And Lincoln Keith with a nice 11-yard run there to the Hawks' 47-yard line. And they're going to give it off to Keith again. And that time, Keith hands off to Teeter. Teeter around the outside. Malachi Teeter almost breaks out, but the ball fumbled out of bounds. And that will be a big gain by Malachi Teeter there on the end around. And that'll be good enough for a SUNTREE VIERA Hawk first down inside the 27-yard line. So here comes Ramos, calls for the snap. Play action, rolling. Trying to escape a sack, and he will not. They're going to call him down. His knee touched before the ball was released.
Looks like it's going to be a second down, but a big loss.
Ramos
on the tackle by number 11, Brian Venable.
Venable will get credit with the sack.
Second and long for the Hawks.
But yes, second down and about 18 for the Hawks. You know, and Ramos will learn this. You know, this is 11U. Ramos will learn this. Sometimes it's okay to throw it away. It's okay to throw the ball out of bounds, out of harm's way, and not take those big losses. Ramos under center. Two wing backs with one back in the backfield. He gives off to Keith. Keith slipping and sliding his way through holes. And Lincoln Keith will have it at about the 29-yard line, third and 11 up next for the Hawks. And here we go. In the gun, Ramos with Keith sidecar right. Hands it off to Keith again. Keith fakes like he's going to hand it off, bounces off of a blocker, and he will be dragged down there by number 11. That is, I believe, Mr. Brian Venable, and Venable will get credited with that. But there is a flag on the play. Coach is already saying he declines it. Holding on the Hawks, but the West Volusia declines the penalty. And it will be third down and 11. 2 minutes left to go here in the half. Does the defense get the stop that they need? Or does SUNTREE VIERA find a way to extend this drive? In the gun, Keith, the deep back. Malachi Teeter in the slot at the top of your screen. Ramos steps up. He's going to take off and run with it.
Ramos on the carry. He's going to get to about the 25-yard line. It's not going to be enough, and it's going to be a turnover on downs. First and 10, West Volusia.
And that was a turnover on downs for for SUNTREE VIERA. And West Volusia gets the ball back with 1:41 left. Now remember, SUNTREE VIERA gets the ball to start the second half. So West Volusia's got to be really careful. .141 left to go here in the first half. West Volusia defense, the last two possessions have come up big. Can the offense find a way to put a score on the board? Fumbled snap, and they will fumble it forward for about 4 yards. And handoff there to number 20. Number 20 trying to get to the outside. Number 20 down the sideline, and he will be pulled down. I think that flag is going to come on SUNTREE VIERA. That looks like a face mask, but I'm not completely sure. Face mask is the signal, and that's going to be an extra 15 yards on the end of the run with 1:15 left. Okay, so it wasn't of the 15-yard variety. It was the incidental. I keep forgetting at the Pop Warner level they have the incidental face mask rule, of the 5-yard variety. A minute left, and the clock is running. And there's Chambers, makes a man miss. Chambers run out of bounds there by number 24, Tyson Berry.
Second down, 45 seconds left.
And the clock is still running. Timeout taken by West Volusia, but 10 seconds were run off the clock. So West Volusia calls the timeout with 33 seconds left to go. And while we got a timeout, we'd also like to take this time. And look at that. The cheerleaders doing the line dance to Cotton Eye Joe. Look at, I mean, that's awesome. This is officially one of the best cheer groups that I've seen come from outside of Brevard County at youth football. This is awesome. All right, back to the action, but they are fun to watch, no doubt about it. Dancing during the music, they're into it. They're here to have a day themselves. There's Chambers, fires a pass deep downfield and underthrows his receiver. He had a man wide open.
It's going to bring up second down. 27 seconds left on the clock.
27 seconds left on the clock here. .27 seconds left here in the half. 14-7, as you can see right up there on your BlackRock Engineering and Technology scoreboard. High snap. Chambers is going to take off on his own, and he'll run out of bounds. And the clock still continues to run. Stopped at 19 seconds, or 14 seconds left. It's going to bring up 4th and 3 for West Volusia. 19 seconds left. There's the fake in the reverse, and Chambers. No one fell for the fake, and Chambers will be tackled, and it will be a turnover on downs. 11 seconds left. Be a timeout by SUNTREE VIERA. They want a shot to try to put more points on the board, because they get the ball to start the second half. So if they could put points on the board here before half and then get the ball to start the second half, That could be a big 14-point swing here. 11 seconds left to go here in quarter number 2. Coming up at halftime, if the cheerleading squads perform, I will leave the mics open and on so you all can hear the cheerleaders and watch them. If they have any music, I'm going to have to mute it because I don't want to get the copyright taken down and the live stream get taken down. And there it is, Malachi Teeter on the reverse. Cuts up inside. Malachi Teeter, he's at the 45, 40, 35, cuts back inside, and he's trying to fight for it. And Malachi Teeter with a nice attempt there. There is a flag, and it's going to be a offensive holding, and that'll be declined. And we are at halftime, folks. Your score there on the BlackRock Engineering and Technology scoreboard, SUNTREE VIERA 14, West Volusia 7. We'll be right back with second half action. If the cheerleaders come out to the field and perform, I will unmute and allow you all to listen and watch the cheerleaders. If they don't perform, well then you'll stare at the clock or the field. And it looks like I think the cheerleaders are going to perform. They got a little group of cheerleaders coming over from SUNTREE VIERA. And we'll see what they're going to do. Kind of just waiting to see if they're going to do anything or if they're going to. All right, here we go. I'm going to turn the mics on, so hopefully you can try to hear them. What a great job there done by All right, so now I'm going to mute the mic, and we'll come back to you with second half action right here on the Brevard Sports Network. All right. I want to thank Total Spine and Orthopedics for their partnership and bring in American Air and Plumbing. First and 10 for SUNTREE VIERA as they look to try to put more points on the board. There's a snap to Malachi Teeter. Teeter to the outside. Turns the corner. Shaves off one tackle and finally pushed out of bounds. And it will bring up second down and very short, probably closer to a yard. Second and short. Teeter. Nope, that's Ramos. Ramos back to Keith. And Keith will be dropped. West Volusia saw right through that. And bring up third down here on the American Air and Plumbing drive. Ramos fires out sideways, and once again, that West Volusia defense comes swarming into the football, and that's going to be another loss. It's going to bring up fourth down and about 13. So you go from second and about 2 to fourth and about 13. That's called playing defense, ladies and gentlemen. Out to punt here for SUNTREE VIERA. Is Ramos, and Ramos with a nice punt, and it's going to take a hawk bounce onto the Wolf about 46-yard line. 45-yard line, and that's where the Wolves will take over their first possession of the second half. 7:16 left to go. Your score right up there on the BlackRock Engineering and Technology scoreboard is 14-7 in favor of SUNTREE VIERA. And now West Volusia, here they come. 7 minutes left to go here in the first half, or the third quarter. I promise I know what's going on to a degree. Hope you all can get a laugh at me. And I also hope you're enjoying the broadcast. And that's going to be offsides, and that's going to give West Volusia a free 5 yards. And look, when you're able to go on 2 like that, and there's a handoff there to number 11. Number 11 cuts around, and he'll get a couple of yards on the play. It's going to be Brian Venable. And Venable with a nice little carry. Second and about 3. And a little scamper up the middle. And that'll be enough for West Volusia. First down. As there is an injured Hawk on the play. Brevard Sports Network does not show injuries, nor do we speculate. (14-7) here for an 11U action. It's the third quarter. I need to change that on the scoreboard. Let me do that now while there's a down player. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. I'm not McDonald's. As 12U gets warming up behind me. .5:44 left to go here as the Hawk will get up and walk off under his own power. But West Volusia faces a first down. So they just picked it up there on that little scamper. Quarterback under center. Two backs in the backfield. Chambers is going to hand it off there to number 20. Number 20 around the outside. Number 21 man to beat. And a touchdown saving tackle by number 34, Landon Byer. But number 20, Jason Cotton. And Cotton will get a West Volusia first down at about the 17-yard line. And there's the handoff again to Cotton. Cotton headed into the end zone. Touchdown, West Volusia. But there is a flag on the play. Who will it be on? Flag waved off, and touchdown, West Volusia. Jason Otten. And we have tied up this ball game, trailing by 1. 14-13 with the point after. Ball on the ground, and West Volusia's point after will be no good. How pivotal will that come in to be? 14-13. SUNTREE VIERA leads by 1 with 4:48 left to go here in the third. So Hawks will take over first and 10 on their own 35.
Scores of note in the collegiate world. Oklahoma, number 12, against Texas, number 3, is on top of Texas, 27-20. Big game going on there in Texas today. Big 12. Ohio State taking care of business with Maryland, 34-17 in the fourth. LSU also taking care of Missouri, 35-32.
And here comes SUNTREE VIERA HAWKS. 4:46 left to go in the quarter. Ramos, hands off to Keith. Keith slams right up the middle. He's got himself a nice little run there. And he's got himself a gain of about 6 or 7 yards on the play. It's going to bring up second down and about 3. And they're running a little tempo here. Trying to catch this Osceola defense off guard here. Ramos hands off. And another handoff there to Teeter. Teeter around the outside. Teeter will pick up enough for a SUNTREE VIERA Hawk first down and then some. And Malachi Teeter. And they have gone into Wolf territory at the Wolf 46-yard line. In the pistol. Teeter. Ramos fires to Teeter, and Teeter will be brought down, but not before picking up a gain of about 7 or 8 yards on that reception. They'll mark it officially second and about 3. With 3:18 left to go here in quarter number 3. Drops back and slings it out there to number 18. Number 18 trying to get to the outside, and he will be brought down after gaining probably about a minimal gain, maybe a yard or 2 on the play. That's Robert Guarentes. And Guarentes they lost about a yard on the play. Ramos checks out the play, calls for the snap. Ramos, 2-step drop, fires out to Keith. Keith makes a man miss. Lincoln Keith races out to the sideline and brought down from behind, but not before picking up a SUNTREE VIERA Hawk first down. And here we go. Ramos, 2-step drop. Again, dead time fires to Guarentes. Guarentes has some room and finally dragging defenders all the way to about the 18 or 19-yard line. And SUNTREE VIERA has put a little drive together. Can they finish it off? 1:42 left to go here in the third quarter. And timeout called by West Volusia. West Volusia coach trying to see if he can slow down some of that momentum with the timeout. 1:42 left to go here in the third quarter. 11U action right here on the Brevard Sports Network. I'd like to thank American Air and Plumbing. Brevard Sports Network's #1 go-to when it comes to anything AC or plumbing related. Also, the sponsor of the Florida Tough Player of the Month, given out by the Brevard Sports Network. Last month's winner was Javen Boggs out of Cocoa. I mean, when you saw his stats, and I don't have them on me at the moment, when you saw his stats against what he did against programs like St. Thomas Aquinas, Jones, Venice, I mean, he had 3, 4, and 5-star cornerbacks guarding him, and he was making them look like, 1-stars. I mean, he was just that darn good, and how could it not be him? Again, there's a post about it here on the Brevard Sports Network. Go check it out if you got some time later on. He truly was the Florida Tough Player of the Month. Ramos in the gun, two-step drop. Steps up, and he will get smothered, getting sacked in the background. That'll be shared by Nicholas Carino. Along with number, I believe, 46. Check that, I think 49, Trey Belkey. They'll each get credit with half a sack. Ramos steps back, gives it to Keith, and Lincoln Keith taking all that underneath, makes a man miss, and finally brought to the ground. And look, that's simple. You don't have to go complicated with your passing. If you have a guy like Keith, just get it to him out in open space and let the athlete do what he does. 3rd and 6 here. It's going to be 3rd and 5 here for the Hawks. And he's going to fire to Keith again, and once again, Keith gets left out in the open. Keith makes a man miss into the end zone. Touchdown, SUNTREE VIERA. And that was the Lincoln Keith drive. And look, all that was Lincoln Keith running the football, and then Lincoln Keith getting it dumped off to him in the flat, and Lincoln Keith is making people miss. I mean, as a defense, you can try everything you want, but when he's got that stop-start ability, he's hard to catch. 20-13, SUNTREE VIERA on top. There's a high snap, hold, and it's going to be flipped off to Ramos. Ramos racing to the corner, brought down from behind, and it will be 20-14.
No good. But that still puts 6 on the board, and the score with 21 seconds left in the third is going to be.
With 21 seconds left in the third quarter, the Hawks have put another score on the board. So we'll see what West Volusia has now. There's the direct snap to Chambers. Chambers trying to get around to the outside. Chambers will be tracked down and caught there by number 1. Jakari White was the first one there. And that will be the final play of the third quarter with your score. SUNTREE VIERA 20, West Volusia 13. Folks, don't go anywhere except maybe to get your quick drink, but you better get right back on your phone, or if you have us on the big screen of the on the television, you better get back to the couch because you're not going to want to miss a second of this action right here on the Brevard Sports Network. We'd like to thank American Air and Plumbing and Total Spine Orthopedics. If you don't have to live with pain, schedule your free MRI review today. Give them a call at 321-499-4646 or www.totalspineortho.com. And Chambers going to try to run around to the outside again. Chambers here on second down. He's got it. He's turned the corner. Chambers has got room. Spin move. And he will have plenty for a West Volusia Wolf first down.
It's going to be good enough for a West Volusia Wolves first down.
$9:29 left to go in the game. 20-13. Hawks on top. Here comes West Volusia. Back in at quarterback is Jamie Chambers. Chambers under center. Split back. And he'll give it to the wing who comes around on the end around. Ball is on the ground. Who jumped on it? And it was West Volusia. That was number 11 who jumped back around on it. Venable on the carry there. And he'll keep it himself. 8:45 left to go here in the game. This one's not over by a long shot. A lot of things can happen. West Volusia has shown their ability to put the ball in the end zone. And there's the handoff there. That time it was to number 12, DJ Kirkland. Check that. That was Otten.
He's going to get to about the 38-yard line.
Third down on the 38-yard line, about 3rd and 3.
Remember, folks, there is no standing at the fence, no standing on the sidewalk. Please back onto the grass. There is no standing on the sidewalk or the fence, please. Thank you.
And there's Chambers. Chambers has room down the sideline. One man to beat. Tiptoes into the end zone. Touchdown. Chambers. Touchdown. West Volusia.
Touchdown by number 1, Chambers.
And Jimmy Chambers.
On the scoreboard for the guests.
And with this point after, they can tie this ball game up with 7:33. I told you, folks, don't go anywhere. You weren't going to want to miss this action. We have had 2 great football games back-to-back with each other. That 10U game was absolutely excellent. (20-19), pending the extra point. That's a high snap. Chambers is going to try to fight for it, and he will be stopped short.
They are denied by that Hawks defense.
That is the second extra point they have been denied today. At what could that prove? Could those 2 points prove to be the crucial part of this game? And here we go. 7:33, and here comes that SUNTREE VIERA offense. Touchdown brought to you by Total Spine and Orthopedics. Enjoy the things you love doing without the painful distractions. Schedule your free MRI review today. 321-499-4646, or go to www.totalspineortho.com. Information is right there on the bottom of your screen.
And the Hawks are going to take over first and 10.
Ramos comes out in the gun. 2x2 set. Lincoln Keith, sidecar right. And he gives it out there to Guarentes, and Guarentes will be dropped after a gain of about 4 or 5 on the play.
Good for 5. It's going to be
Second and 5. 20-19 is your score, as you see right up there on the BlackRock Engineering and Technology scoreboard. And again, we're going a little tempo here. And that one went right through the arms of Lincoln Keith. But again, I'll say this. Lincoln Keith had room to operate. And that's not what you want to. You don't want to give him room to operate. I mean, you got to put someone on him out of the backfield. You know, you got to get a linebacker on him, or, you know, something. Calls for the snap. And someone tried to get a Canadian football head start.
And we're going to have a false start on the offense. That's going to back them up 5 yards back to the original.
And round about this age is when coaches will really start getting onto receivers like that. Coaches will tell receivers all the time, don't listen to the snap count. The only thing you should be watching is watching the football. And that's what coach is going to tell him. You know, that's going to be the coachable moment there is, you know, you don't listen to anything. The only thing you're watching is that football. Here we go. 3rd and 10. Ramos fires, and that will be an incomplete, and Ramos took a shot. And number 10 was the one who delivered the hit, Nicholas Coriano. And Ryan Ramos is still on the ground. He took a shot, a legal shot, but a shot nonetheless. It wasn't dirty. It was just it was a good, clean football hit. While we have this opportunity, we'd like to talk about some of our other sponsors. Solutions Property Management, Global Polygraph Analysis, Best Private Investigations, BlackRock Engineering and Technology, the sponsor of our scoreboard, and Natwick Insurance, American Air and Plumbing, as Ramos is being helped up, and Ramos will walk off the field. Ramos trying to join the huddle, but he's got to come off the field for a play. So I'm expecting some sort of direct snap, some sort of wildcat.
Yeah, remember, no standing on the fence, please. No standing on the fence.
Shame.
No standing on the fence, please.
This PA announcer is great. So SUNTREE VIERA has a rule: you cannot stand on the fence. You cannot be standing still on the sidewalk. You can walk on the sidewalk. You just can't be standing still. And he'll make that announcement, and people will still stand on the sidewalk. So then he plays, if anyone's watched the show Game of Thrones, the shame bell. Bell rings, shame. Ding, 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 shame. I don't watch the show, but I know the reference, and it's funny. As the clouds cover the sun and make it feel really beautiful out. Here we go. It's going to be 4th and 10. And what a big play to not have Ramos. And this one's going to go Teeter. Teeter's following his blockers. Teeter will be taken down, and it will be a turnover on downs. 6:36 left to, or 6:38 left to go in the game. And could this could prove to be pivotal here? West Volusia down by 1. 6:38 left to go. (20-19), SUNTREE VIERA leads by 1. But can their defense get them another stop? Or does West Volusia have what it takes to put something in the end zone in this drive? The clock has started winding. And that's already not a good start. Coach is having to remind an offensive lineman that he's on the field. Jamie Chambers fires, and it's going to be caught. Oh, check it. It'll be incomplete. I thought he caught that. Clayton Aguano, and Aguano bring up 2nd and 10. .602 left to go here in the game. How lucky have we been to have the 2 great games we've had between 10U and now here 11U. The game I've been waiting for, 12U, comes up next. And Jamie Chambers gets to the outside trying to slip a tackle, and he will be brought down. Jakari White making the stop. And there's an injured wolf on the ground. Brevard Sports Network policy, we do not show injuries. .542 left to go here in the game with this injury pause. While we have this injury pause, I'd like to explain to you about NatWick Insurance. NatWick Insurance is an insurance team ready to help you with your home insurance or any other personal or commercial insurance needs you may have. NatWick Insurance is a trusted choice, independent insurance agency that provides insurance solutions with personal service. NatWick Insurance Agency is blessed to serve Satellite Beach and the surrounding Florida communities by protecting people they work with just like they would protect their own family members. If you're not thrilled with your current insurance, contact NatWick Insurance today. How can they help you today? Get a free online quote at www.natwickinsurance.com or give them a call at 321-735-0381. And the Wolf is walking off. It's number 20. Jason Cotton is walking off under his own power. .542 left to go here in the game. So what does West Volusia have as the clock begins winding? Third and about 14. Jimmy Chambers in a quarterback. He's going to take it around that near side, and he will be dropped there by number 3, Matthew Beatty. Timeout call by West Volusia with 4:57 left to go. and they want to talk what's going to happen here on 4th down. And they're going to have a little chit-chat. I'm going to get myself something to drink. We'll be right back in a couple minutes. All right, here we go. Drops back. Chambers here on 4th down. Will be sacked. Number 17, Grayson Crowder on the sack. 4:51 left to go. And SUNTREE VIERA will get the ball and have the lead by 1. And that's a blow. West Volusia's offense had been, on and off all day. And now coach is trying to give a pep talk here to his defense, saying, hey guys, I need a stand right here. We need the ball back, we need a turnover, we need something right now. There's the handoff there. Ramos back on the field to Lincoln Keith, and Lincoln Keith will get a gain of about 2 on the play. It'll bring up 2nd and 8. But the important thing is that clock is now running, and if you're a SUNTREE VIERA Hawk fan, that clock cannot run fast enough. If you are a West Volusia fan, that clock is moving way too fast. There's a handoff there to Teeter on the fake. Teeter drops the football.
And Teeter fumbles the ball, but is able to get back on it.
And he's lucky he was able to jump back on it because there were 2 West Volusia players that were ready to jump on it and possibly try to score. 3:48 left to go here in the game. 3rd and short. There's the snap, and there's the handoff to Keith. Lincoln Keith gets himself. They're going to give him the 40-yard line, and he will have a SUNTREE VIERA Hawk 1st down.
It's good enough for a SUNTREE VIERA Hawks 1st down.
Coming up on 3 minutes left. Now, if I'm coach, I'm taking every second I can. I'm waiting till the last possible second to start snapping this football, and I'm doing nothing else but handing it off to Keith and possibly Teeter.
And it's 1st and 10 with about 2:49 left.
Don't want to do anything crazy here, just simple handoff. Ramos under center. Ramos hands off to Keith, and Keith will be swallowed up. Coming up on 2 minutes left to go here in the game.
That's going to keep the clock running. 2:08 left.
And Ramos just sits back and waits. And that's what he's doing. He's sitting back and waiting. All right, then his coach tells him, snap it now. Gives it to Teeter. Teeter around the outside following the block by Keith. Teeter down the sideline, and he ran out of bounds. That's about the only thing you can critique there. You want him to stay in bounds.
He's going to bring it just short of the 30-yard line. If the referee does not wave his hands to let the clock know to stop, the clock does not stop. We don't make that determination up here.
And someone's deciding they want to pick a fight with the clock operator because, you know, that's always a great decision. You will always win if you pick a fight with the clock operator, to everyone out there. Always win. If you can't sense the sarcasm in my voice, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. And they give it to Martinez. And Martinez. Carter Martinez.
And we're going to have a timeout for West Volusia.
Timeout, West Volusia. 1:04 left to go in the game. And it's 4th and short. If VIERA picks up this first down, game is over. This is a big 4th down here for West Volusia. It's their chance to, it's their time to try to stay alive in this. They have had a great day. Their offense has been going back and forth with this defense. Both teams have been going back and forth. That's why we're sitting here at 20-19. If you're the Hawks, you want to pick up this first down so badly. If you're that O-line, you need to say, Coach, put it in our hands. Give it to Keith, give it to Teeter, right up the middle. Let us do work right here. Let us win it for you, Coach. Ramos under center. And we got a flag. I don't know who they're going to say who moved first. I thought I saw false start. False start on the Hawks. Someone getting a little adventurous. Getting jumpy there. 1:04 left in the game. 4th and 6. This one for the game. They spread out 2 by 2. Ramos in the gun. Keith, sidecar right. Drops back. And Ramos will be sacked. Ramos is sacked. West Volusia has an opportunity. The sack to collected by number 0, Dominic Cruz. The first time we've called his name all day, and it's in one of the most crucial situations. "57 seconds left in the game. "55 yards to glory. Can they go 55 yards in 57 seconds? You know, they had a trick play where they faked Chambers running outside, and they had a wide receiver deep downfield. VIERA only has one safety back there. I like my chances. Chambers scrambles, and he's going to take it himself. Chambers slipping through. Chambers trying to reverse field. Still up. Chambers is still up, and he can turn the corner, and he does. Runs out of bounds.
Chambers on the carry. He's going to get all the way to about the 42-yard line.
And they stop the clock, 39 seconds left. That was a lot of time taken off the field, not the kind of yards you wanted if you're taking that much time off the clock. 39 seconds left to go in the game. (20-19), 39 seconds, ball on the 42-yard line. The Hawks 42. Does West Volusia have it inside of them? Who wants it more? Chambers on the reverse, and VIERA was ready for it, but they missed the tackle to the outside, number 20. He will be brought down in the backfield by number 5, Noah Martin. And SUNTREE VIERA was ready and waiting for that reverse. The only thing that didn't make that loss worse was the fact that the ball carrier was able to slip 2 tackles. Second down, 27 seconds left, and I injured Hawk on the field. Again, we'd like to thank all of our sponsors: Solutions Property Management, Global Polygraph Analysis, BlackRock Engineering and Technology, Natwick Insurance, American Air and Plumbing, Total Spine and Orthopedics. There's a snap. Chambers scrambles. It's an all-out blitz by VIERA. Chambers on the run. Chambers gets out of bounds. 8 seconds left. There are 8 seconds left on the clock. Gets back to the original line of scrimmage. So here it is. It all comes down to one final play pending a defensive penalty. Eight seconds left. Chambers in the gun. Fires over the middle, and it's intercepted! Intercepted! And that will seal it. SUNTREE VIERA picks up the victory with the game-sealing interception.
At the end of 4, visiting West Volusia Wolves 19, your SUNTREE VIERA Hawks.
Wow, what a game, ladies and gentlemen. 2 back-to-back excellent games. 10U, 11U. Folks, don't go anywhere. Your final score, SUNTREE VIERA 20, West Volusia 19. Congratulations to both squads. Now we're going to get set up for 12U action right here on the Brevard Sports Network.